All right, so it's your boy xVyperTv, and we're gonna check out the patch notes for Marvel. We're just gonna go over the buffs, the nerfs, and everything like that, and then we'll talk about it. So adjustments: Vanguard, Angela's Asgard assassin is now swifter and sturdier than ever. Angela's survivability and mobility get a slight boost. Reduce assassin charge cooldown from 6 seconds to 4 seconds. In shielded stance, increase shield value from 300 to 350. Upon canceling shield, increase shield recovery rate from 50 seconds to 60 seconds. Reduce the interval between shield uses from 1.5 seconds to 1 second. So I'm trying to figure out, upon canceling the shield, because these two are confusing me. Upon canceling the shield, increase shield recovery rate from 50 seconds to 60 seconds. So her shield's gonna take 60 seconds to recover, recover the health back, and then reduce the intervals between shield uses from 1.5 seconds to 1 second. Okay, all right, that's cool. I guess that's kind of an adjustment. She got somewhat of a buff. I wanted her to get some kind of like what's it called, CC, non-CC ability or something like that, but I guess can't ask for everything. Devil Dinosaur, looks like Moon Girl needs to put her big buddy on a slight diet. We're slightly reducing Devil Dinosaur's damage, survivability, and crowd control to balance the experience of other vanguards facing him. He's huge. Why are you okay? All right. Remove the knockdown effect from impact beam. Increase buddy barrier cooldown from 10 seconds to 12 seconds. That's not that bad. Reduce the percentage damage per second of the bleed effect from 3% to 1.5. That's horrible. That's trash. He's like the biggest object on the game. Like he's just gonna get destroyed now. Magneto, the mutant revolution will not be stopped. We're increasing the functionality and threat level of Magneto's ultimate ability. Increase Meteor M ultimate ability, maximum duration from 4 seconds to 5 seconds. Increase the damage dealt when fully charged from 300 to 350. He did not need any of that. I don't understand. But okay. Rogue, Sugar, she's tougher than ever. Anna gets a slight increase in her mobility and survivability. Decrease the cooldown of Fatal Attraction from 14 seconds to 12 seconds. Reduce energy consumption when using defensive stance from 60 seconds to 50 seconds. Increase absorbed damage energy conservation ratio from 35% to 50%. So Rogue's getting a buff. I mean, she kind of needed a buff, I guess. No one really uses her like that. She's not really viable, and the thing counters the hell out of her. So, you know what I'm saying? Real quick though, if you guys are trying to get, better at gaming and everything like that, make sure you check out GameSenseAI.pro. Go on there, you can upload your clips and it'll analyze your clips and give you coaching tips as to what you can do better. All right, now back to the patch notes. Black Hat, Felicia's luck might have finally run out. Why is this such a long paragraph? Okay, we're not reading all that. Okay, so reduces Cat's Cradle damage from 50 to 40. Remove one charge, changing it to a cooldown, and reduce the cooldown from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. Reduce Phantom Pursuit damage from 75 to 70. Increase the fortune cost from Cernobog's Crystal Ring of Zona and Mento Fish. Why are these names so long? From 200 to 300. Increase the fortune cost of Flatline Flame Orb from 100 to 300, and it can no longer reveal enemies behind objects. Reduce Calling Card ultimate ability dash targeting distance from 60 to 40. Participating in eliminations no longer refreshes the remaining duration. Instead, it adds 3 seconds to the current remaining time up to a maximum of 10 seconds. Increase the ultimate second hit base damage from 30 to 70, but remove the percentage damage for 250 health enemies. Total damage of 2 attacks is reduced from 110 to 100 for 600 health enemies. Damage of 2 attacks is reduced from 180 to 100. Additionally, reduce the fortune gain from this attack from 300 to 200. So they just nerfed her whole kit, basically. They just nerfed her whole kit. Blade. The Daywalker is ready to carve up the competition. We're slightly increased Blade's close range combat capabilities. Increase the unstoppable duration provided after each use of Scarlet Shroud from 0.4 seconds to 1 second. While in sword stance, increase the initial hit damage of Daywalker dash from 20 to 30 and increase the damage per spin from 8 to 10. Total damage increase from 52 to 70. Okay, so they're trying to make Blade useful, I guess. Daredevil. The man without fear will need to rely a bit more on his other senses now, reducing Daredevil's ability to scout enemy team positions while roaming the outskirts and lowering his engagement distance and post-engagement survivability. Reduce radar sense maximum detection from 50 to 40 meters, so they can just make him even more blind. Got it. Reduce sonic pursuit dash targeting distance from 20 to 12 meters. Reduce objections duration from 1.5 to 1.2 seconds. Okay. So I guess they're trying to nerf dive is what I'm seeing here. From what I'm seeing here, I guess they let dive go crazy. Now they're just trying to nerf it now. Elsa Bloodstone. The Bloodstone legacy grows stronger. Elsa is getting an increase to her instinct accumulation speed for a slight bump to her baseline performance. Reduce the damage required to upgrade the passive skill inherited instinct from 1667 to 1111. The damage to rating conversion multipliers increase from 0.0006 to 0.0009. I figured they could just use like a percentage or something, like instead of all these zeros. I don't know. Anyway, Human Torch. Flame on, Johnny. We're slightly increasing Human Torch mobility. Didn't they just buff him? Reducing Flame Meteor cooldown from 20 seconds to 15 seconds. Reduce Plasma Body single charge energize time from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. Didn't they just buff him? Why is he getting buffed again? Alright, Moon Knight. Khonshu demands a bit more precision from his avatar. Mark is getting a reduction to his damage capabilities. Reduce Crescent Dart single shot damage from 25 to 23. Reduce Moonblade damage from 80 to 70. When Crescent Darts and Moonblades bounce between enemies of our onks, adjust the damage, whatever that word is, per bounce from 80% to 70%. Moon Knight will now deal less damage when bouncing attacks among multiple targets of his onks. So I guess they're just, because everybody's banning Moon Knight, that's why they're all of a sudden nerfing him again. I don't think he needed that nerf, to be honest with you. I think he's only good versus Devil Dinosaur, and that's the only reason why he was getting banned. It had nothing to do with him just being good. You just ban him if you have a Devil Dinosaur. You ban him if you have a Loki. Other than that, I think he was alright. I mean, he did do a lot of damage, but I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. Namor, the King of Atlantis, commands the tides with greater frequency. Namor's monstro spawns are getting a slight coverage increase. Why are we buffing Namor? Young hates me, bro. Increase the aquatic dominion cooldown reduction granted when Trident of Neptune hits enemies from 1 second to 1.3 seconds. Namor does not need a buff. That's crazy. Phoenix. The cosmic flames are burning a little less brightly from afar. We're slightly reducing Jean's flanking, sustain, and mid to long range damage capabilities. Reduce the healing overtime provided after detonating sparks from 10 seconds to 5 seconds. Cosmic flames damage fall off. Adjust maximum damage fall off at 30 meters from 75% to 65%. The distance to KO a 250 health enemy with the 2 critical hits is shortened from 18 meters to 16 meters. At a maximum fall off, single hit damage is reduced from 45 to 39. The number of hits required to KO a 250 enemy is increased from 5 to 6. So you're going to have to hit more shots, and they're just reducing her damage and reducing her healing over time. Okay. I mean, Phoenix was kind of strong, but I don't know. I feel like you kind of need those strong characters, though, in this meta, but whatever. Star-Lord, time to get a little closer for the legendary plays. Peter's baseline mid to long range damage capabilities of getting toned down. Element gun damage fall off adjusts maximum damage fall off at 25 meters from 65% to 50%. It does not affect his ultimate ability. Okay, so the fall off is at 25 meters and it went from 65 to 50%. Okay. Strategist, Adam Warlock. Golden Gladiator's Cosmic Karma flows more smoothly. We're slightly increasing Adam's damage to healing conversion efficiency. Increase the Avatar life stream charge time reduction when Cosmic Cluster hits enemies from 0.48 seconds to 0.6 seconds. Okay. So we're getting Adam buffed. Yeah, alright. Cloak and Dagger. The Divine Duo brings even more light to the shadows. Cloak and Dagger are seeing an increase in baseline healing capabilities. When Light Force Dagger directly hits allies, reduce the single target healing from 16 to 12 and increase the spell field healing from 16 to 20 for directly hit at teammates. The healing remains the same, but the AoE healing is increased. Increase the healing boost ratio provided by Veil of Light Force ability from 15% to 20%. I don't think Cloak and Dagger needed a buff. Like, do we think she needed a buff? I don't know. Deadpool. The Merc with a mouth is handing out even more band-aids. Wade is seeing a slight increase in his baseline healing capabilities. In gun form, increased bouncing bobblehead continuous healing provided by the spell form field from 40 seconds to 50 seconds. Standard and from 50 to 55 seconds upgrade. He did not need a buff, bro. He did not need a buff. Gambit. The Raging Cajun's biggest hand is losing a bit of its sting. Will reduce the offensive capabilities of Gambit's ultimate. Reduce the bonus damage multiplier provided by Raging Royal Flush ultimate ability from 25% to 20. Reduce the movement speed bonus from 40% to 30%. I haven't seen it played out, but I don't think that's that bad. I've heard the nerf was pretty hard on Gambit, but I think he'll still be viable. Ultron. The Age of Ultron is facing some minor technical difficulties. Ultron's drone coverage range is taking a hit to lower the buff capabilities provided to allies, and we're reducing his ultimate ability charge speed. Reduce imperative patch maximum drone attach distance from 35 to 30. Increase imperative firewall cooldown from 10 to 12. Increase the energy cost of Rage of Ultron ultimate ability from 4,000. So it just, why do they nerf Ultron? I don't think he needed a nerf. I don't think he needed a nerf at all. I don't understand why he got nerfed. Like, Ultron's only good in triple support. So why nerf him? Now he's really, really only good in triple support. White Fox. Ami Han's mystical charms are a little more contained. White Fox baseline crowd control capabilities are being slightly reduced. Reduce the charm and invincibility spell field radius of spectral search from 0.8 meters to 0.6 meters. So basically, Dive took a hit. Devil Dinosaur took a hit. And Adam Warlock and Cloak and Dagger got a buff. So did Deadpool, but Gambit and Ultron and White Fox all got nerfed. I don't understand why. I can see the Gambit nerf. I can see that. I don't see the Deadpool buff. I don't see that at all. And yeah, I don't see that at all. I don't understand why he got a buff. Like, yeah, it makes zero sense to me. Explosive Entanglement, Gambit and Magneto Rogue. The mutant drama is cooling down just a bit. Reduce the healing and damage provided by hearts as one rogue. Reduces percentage damage dealt per attack from 3% to 2%. Reduce the spell field healing provided per attack from 55 to 25. Yeah, I don't understand why they're just completely attacking Gambit. Yeah, I know Gambit was strong, but I don't think that he needed to get hit that hard. And I think the way his nerf was, I don't think that's too bad, but the team up, getting adjusted like this, I don't know. I don't see it. And I think nerfing Devil Dinosaur this much was kind of bad. He's just going to be a huge target now. just a huge. They should have did something else for him. Like, if you want to take his damage down, you need to make his survivability still, you know, a little bit strong. Because at the end of the day, he's just a huge target. He's easy to fry. He's easy to get caught out and just completely burn if the team focuses him. And if your healers aren't healing you properly, then he's just easy to kill. All right, so that was the patch notes. Tell me down in the comments what you think. Do you think these were fair? Do you think they were not fair? You know, let me know. Let's talk about it. Peace.